So welcome to the Spreadshop Shopcast, where Spreadshop insiders and experts drop knowledge on all things in the merch game. I'm your co-host, DJ Kaufman, and I have with me today some fellow Spreadshop experts and co-hosts. Here in just south of Pittsburgh, PA, is Nathan Sam.
Hello, guys. And
up in Boston, we have Moose.
What is happening? Crab cakes.
Yeah. So for the goal for this podcast will be to inspire creators, old and new, to launch their own merch businesses with essentially Spreadshop, of course. That's why it's called the Spreadshop Shopcast. We'll keep relatively short and sweet so we don't take a whole lot of people's times, maybe like 10-minute episodes, little nuggets of value, something to supercharge you and get you on your way to success. So for those that don't know, we've worked, of course, nobody knows us, right? So we've worked behind the scenes for years, like helping many creators, publishers, entrepreneurs of all kinds launch their shops, monetize their content. I thought it'd be fun just to start here to talk about, maybe interview Nate and Moose a little bit and kind of just go back and forth here. So my question number one to Nate is, tell listeners what Spreadshop is in a nutshell.
Well, if you want to define it in one word, it's simple. So the best part about Spreadshop is the easiest way to kind of sell your merch online. Spreadshop basically in just a few steps can have you from just concept to reality simply by uploading your designs to the Spreadshop platform and then launching your shop and actually advertising to your users. And from there, your product is live and ready to be printed, and there's no overhead. We take care of the customer service. So it's really just a one-stop shop for all your merch needs, is what Spreadshop really is. And we're really trying to really push that, how simple it really is. And that's kind of what these podcasts are also going to delve into, is just the reasons you should be doing it. And there's really not any reasons why you shouldn't be doing it. So that's Spreadshop in that nutshell right there.
Yeah. Moose, can you think of anything that he didn't name that's another key benefit of Spreadshop off the top of your head?
Oh boy, on the hot seat now.
Yeah.
I know Nate hit the high level points of simplicity. I think in general, selling merchandise online is just an industry that's been growing for years now, and to not participate in it is you're just missing out. So Spreadshop gives you that opportunity to do something really simple, really fast, and start selling your ideas on t-shirts, hats, mugs, directly to your fans with no upfront risk, no cost. You just start publishing designs and start selling and build your brand.
Yeah, definitely. Nate, can you kind of give a rundown of some of the bigger names that have used Spreadshop in the past or currently? I mean, a lot of people might know these names, might not know these names, YouTubers and such.
Yeah. We have quite a deep repertoire of different partners that we have, and we pull not only from we don't not only have a lot of different partners, but we also have a lot of different. I think we lost Moose.
Goodbye, Moose. But go ahead, finish. You can finish that, and we can reconnect for another segment.
All right. Yeah. So some of the partners we have YouTubers, we have athletic, we have foundations. So we have a whole bunch of different partners that we have. And some of them that you may have heard of are partners like H3H3, which is a pretty large YouTube star right now. Miranda Sings, H2O Delirious, Tuna Melts My Heart, Jack's Films. We have illustrating artists, which is like Mudge Studios. And we have foundations like Save the Tatas Foundation. And we even have different athletic foundations such as Iron Man and even some fun throwbacks. We have an Ultimate Warrior shop with some of his merch that it's available online as well. So it's definitely going to hit on some nostalgia as well.
Moose? Hello?
Sorry, my crab cakes were burning. I had to go check them.
That's something you don't want to let burn.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, nobody wants burnt crab cakes, you know. So yeah, Nate was just saying some of our like big partners. He named, the greatest hits like Miranda Sings and Tuna the Dog and all the basically, yeah, hit on all the ideas that like just about anybody can use it to monetize their stuff and start for free. So my next point to both of you would be, why does something like this differ in compared to launching something like Shopify or Printful or a dozen of the other, pay to play type storefronts? Like, why launch a spread shop instead of that?
I'll let you go ahead and run with this one, Moose. I took the last one, so go ahead.
I mean, for me, the beauty is this industry has options, right? So something like a Shopify or a Printful allows you to sell merch online, but not to the same degree. In my opinion, no one else allows for a brand to truly own their own shop in a way that allows them to customize their products, allows them to not be pigeonholed into campaign quotas or certain upfront costs. It's a free shop that you can publish merchandise to and start selling, with very little hassle on your end. If you have an idea and you want to get it out there, you get a shop, you make it your own. You can own that shop, you can brand that shop, and you can just make your followers really excited about your brand, and it will just stand out on its own platform.
Yeah, and like maybe the idea that you can test your ideas too. Like you're not limited to one shop. Like if you open a shop about horses, and tomorrow you want to do skateboards, you can actually launch more than one shop. And I think with things like Shopify and Printful, you have to pay to play for each individual shop that you want to open. So ours is like unlimited shops too. I really like that part.
Yeah, I think it really comes down to there's no reason not to do it. If you're someone that interested in gaining any type of monetary, any type of money, there's really no reason for you to do it, because there's really, even if it ends up being something that you end up not being as interested in, there's no overhead. There's no cost to you. There's a little bit, probably 5 minutes worth of your time, and you can almost immediately start making money. So there's no reason to like not try it.
Yeah, I could think of a reason. You're lazy. Like if you're lazy, you're not going to do it. So
yeah, but I hopefully that someone that's already immediately interested in the general idea would see that there's no risk to them to at least try it. So hopefully that's not a circumstance that most of the people listening to this podcast are going to run into. I think there are people that are already, the fact that they're listening to this podcast, are people that are already motivated. So taking the next step and spending 5 minutes of your time to get your shop up and live and to see if you see what we have to offer. And like I said, there's absolutely no overhead for that. So why not?
Yeah. Another quick point I was just thinking of was that even some of our bigger shops, like H3H3, when it seems like they've outgrown us and they want to have some sort of like custom merch that we don't offer. We offer a lot, but sometimes they want to have some sort of like, fancy embroidered hat or launch their own clothing line outside of us, that they don't actually shut down their spread shops. They keep them open. It's still there. It's their brand is still being seen on the marketplace or on our spread shop platform. So, I just like that idea that even though somebody can outgrow us, they don't have to stop using it. So
those are two beautiful elements. Is just kind of the risk is beyond just the no financial risk. It's you have no risk of just trying and failing, right? If you want to do horses, you want to do skateboards, you want to do horses on skateboards, you can test the market and see what people like, what you like, and then to your point, DJ, these shops are up forever, and there's no maintenance fees, there's no annual fees. It's free forever, and it just exists as long as you maintain it.
Yeah,
put new signs in it, and publicize it. You'll make sales.
Right. Yeah. Your great grandkids could be buying your shirts someday. It's forever.
That's weird.
You won't make the money though. So.
I like to think of it as not necessarily that people outgrow us either. It's just that they are looking. We're not necessarily. They're looking. We're an avenue. We're one solution out of many. So, whereas we're like you said, a lot of people don't close their shop because they know that there's still a value with Spreadshop. No matter what they're looking for, if they're looking for other things. Obviously, they know that those things are important as well. And they research that market to look for something like you said. But Spreadshop is always going to be something that's going to be usually going to be quicker. It's going to be easier than some of those other avenues. So having that consistent revenue, like you said, without any maintenance, whereas those other avenues will likely require a lot more maintenance, a lot more hands-on from them. So kind of having almost Spreadshop as a back burner, like, you're always something you don't even have to think about, and it's consistently making you revenue. So whereas those other ventures people start to look at are going to require a lot more hands-on and a lot more of their attention. Where Spreadshop's going to be something simple that they don't have to worry about. Yeah.
So I think one of the biggest takeaways for this episode is just to get started. Like Spreadshop, we make it pretty easy to get going. It's free. It's super easy to launch at spreadshop.com. But just to start it today, like, why not just start something instead of waiting forever on whatever idea you're trying to do? And we're a good example of that with this podcast. Like, we've been wanting to launch a little podcast, talking to creators for a while, but we didn't wait around for like the perfect equipment. We found an app to do it, and this is us doing it first and just trying it and launching it and saying, heck with it. We're going to put these ideas out here as quickly as we can to help other creators. So,
I mean, yeah, why wait now? Get started, launch a shop, go to spreadshop.com, drop us a line, let us know. Maybe we can feature your questions in future podcasts just like this.
Certainly. That's probably the best connection with this forum that we currently are doing with this podcast is we can have, your questions directly answered via this podcast and kind of develop and hopefully pique your interest to even, get some more questions out of you or things you weren't sure about asking until you heard this podcast. So going forward, there's going to be kind of a direct line of communication between us and people that are signing up for Spreadshop.
Yeah, and like if anybody wants to, this should blast out to iTunes, Anchor, Stitcher, anywhere you're getting your favorite podcast. Subscribe so you don't miss the future tips. And also, made a little weird buzzing noise. That's always fun. But you can subscribe, and we will send us a message through any of our Spreadshop socials and just say it's for the podcast, and it'll come to us. And if you're on the Anchor app, you can actually shoot us a message to the Spreadshop username, and we can actually play your audio on the air, or maybe even have you on to interview you about your shop. That could be kind of fun. So,
that would be a blast.
I think so.
Hear their stories, hear why they're selling merch online. It's an industry that just fascinates me. Online merchandise, it's everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's about connection as well too. Like I said, with those different partners, there's different ways that we can highlight certain people that are interested in the same thing. Similar illustrators might have the same question, similar musicians might have a similar question, etc. So all those different people, this is also making them more connected within that community.
Yeah, that's cool. So for the next episode, because I think we're running a little bit of time here, but for the next episode, I want to focus on picking your passion, maybe like talking about ways people can find a passion that they didn't know that they could monetize, and maybe talking a little bit about that. So we will pick that up on the next Spreadshop Merchcast.
All right, guys. Thanks so much.
Take it easy.
Calling all creators. Did you know you can open unlimited shops for free with Spreadshop? We really aren't kidding around. Head over to spreadshop.com, rate me out, and launch your unlimited merch shops today.